over the last few days, there's been a big uproar about GTA 6 prices. Now, the main problem that a lot of people have is the three things, okay? Oh, let's just say two things, okay? First of all, is of course the price, like I just said, the prices. The base game is $80, and the Ultimate Edition, the Ultimate Edition is $100. So the difference between the base game and the Ultimate Edition is the base game is just the game itself. You're paying for the game, but the Ultimate Edition, you pay $20 extra for the game plus multiple like how do I say DLC packs like this extra content like extra hair types because you can customize your hair, customize your skin, or customize what you're wearing. You get certain shops like that you can't get on the base game without it. Without paying $20 extra, you get certain cars, you get certain guns. So a lot of people are in an uproar about this. Now, I was thinking, why would Rockstar do this? Why would the Rockstar's the developers? Why would Rockstar do this? And I realized that it's because money. Now, one of the main things about consumerism or just capitalism, and especially like in video games, is that majority triple A is like the big gaming companies like Rockstar, EA, Ubisoft, all those bigger companies. The reason they do what they do and the reason they price gouge is because it's money. They put money over consumers. If they don't make money, if they don't make enough money, then because of the consumers, because the consumers are not buying it, which we'll get to later, because the consumers are not buying it, then they're gonna change stuff. They're gonna try to be more consumer friendly. But I realize that people are complaining about the Ultimate Edition and all that, about price gouging, but they still buy it. They will still go out their way to buy it. And and people continue to complain and act like they're trying to raise awareness. The only way to really stop them is by two ways. Okay, you the first way is you get a new CEO or a new boss, a new person that actually and not a new person that actually cares about, you know, the consumers, about what the consumers want, what the consumers see as good, right? And one thing I realize about corporate America is that it normally takes like three bad CEOs or a few bad CEOs or a few bad bosses to get a good boss, a boss that actually genuinely cares and who can be consumer friendly, who tries to help the consumers. And that's the first way. But Rockstar, I don't know about that. So this only second way you can really do this. The only way you can really do this is the second way. Now the second way is don't buy the game. Okay, don't buy the game at all. Because I realize that if you complain about it, but you still buy it at the end of the day, Rockstar still won. They still got your buy. They still got you to buy the game. It might take some time, but you still bought it. But if you don't buy it at all, it drops the price. It drops how much sales Rockstar gets. A Rockstar, nothing about it, about this money that they care about a lot, is that they spent hundreds of millions of dollars on the game, according to what I heard. So let's say they spent 500 million on the game. They expect to get, I'm not joking, $1 billion off the game in a few years, off of sales, off of DLC, off of all the extra stuff, mainly just off the game. So they realize, what if we increase the chances of us getting this extra money by first of all raising the base game price from normally $70 to $80? Then we also can give people a tons of stuff for $20 extra. That's a $20 extra. So we can get to $100. So we can get 100 per person or 100 per buy. So we can really increase the chances of us getting, let's say, that $1 billion or that however much money they expect to make, because they expect to make more. So if you don't buy the game, then it lowers the chances of them making more money than the 500 million they spent on it. So what they will end up doing is trying to be more consumer friendly, giving you sales, giving you free content, giving you stuff that might increase the chances of you buying it. And then, I, so what you have to do, because hold on, pretty much to summarize it, the only thing you can really do is not buy the game. Besides that, The wrong thing you can do, the way to actually help the problem get worse, is if you buy the game. Because if you buy it, Rockstar already won. They already got your buy. But if you don't do it, if you don't buy the game, then they might start become more consumer friendly. And I feel like this is a lot more. It's not just Rockstar. Rockstar is a good example, or GTA 6 is a good example, but this is more of just a corporate America thing. For example, I know it's harder than it sounds, but for example, gas prices. If one thing I realized, a lot of people complain about gas prices and how high they are, but they still spend money on high gas. They still live in places with high gas. If you're going to complain about something, can you please do something about it? Maybe invest your money into an electric car. Maybe invest your time into find a place that sells cheaper gas than ridiculous $5 gas, which is ridiculous. But try to find a place that sells cheaper gas, because if you complain about it but then still buy it, the company is just going to continue to do it. Matter of fact, they're going to continue to raise it, because what a lot of people do in real life is, once they get away with one thing, they're going to try to get away with another thing. Once they get away with that, they're going to try to get away with another thing, another thing. That's what companies do. So you can't let the companies get away with it by just not investing your money or time into it. So yeah, that's what all I got for this video.